Once the guest arrives, everyone is requested to stand up at their place. बेटा, ये सारा माइक एक बार चेक कर लो। एक बार कर लो सारा, पोडियम वाला भी कर लो। नहीं, मैं Namaskar and good morning. Honorable Chief Guest, esteemed the guest of honor, Chairperson Governing Body, Treasurer Governing Body, our members of Governing Body, guests, principal, staff and dear students. We welcome you all to the annual College Day of Kamala Nehru College, University of Delhi. Today is a special day as we are celebrating the College Day of 2022 in a physical mode after having the College Day of last 2 years on a virtual platform due to COVID-19. With a prayer for well-being and good times for all, we begin the day with invocation and lighting of the lamp. May I call upon the guests?
गुरुदेवताय गणाध्यक्षाय धीमहि गुणशरीराय गुणमण्डिताय गुणेशानाय धीमहि गुणाधीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि गानचतुराय गानप्राणाय गानान्तरात्मने गानोत्सुकाय गानमत्ताय गानोत्सुकमनसे गुरुपूजिताय गुरुदेवताय गुरुकुलस्थायिने गुरुविक्रमाय गुह्यप्रवराय गुरुवे गुणगुरवे गुरुदैत्यकलाक्षेत्रे गुरुधर्मसदाराध्याय गुरुपुत्र परित्रात्रे गुरुपाखण्ड खण्डकाय गीतसाराय गीततत्त्वाय गीतगोत्राय धीमहि गोदगुल्फाय गन्धमत्ताय गोजयप्रदाय धीमहि गुणाधीताय गुणाधीशाय गुणप्रविष्टाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि एकदन्ताय वक्रतुण्डाय गौरीतनयाय धीमहि गजेशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि
Kamala Nehru College feels honored to have the distinguished guest on the dais, Honorable Chairman, University Grants Commission, Professor M. Jagadish Kumar as the chief guest, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Maharishi Dayanand University, Professor Rajbir Singh as the guest of honor. We have amongst us our chairperson of the governing body, Mr. Jaideep Ahuja, and the treasurer of our governing body, Mr. Shahid Anwar. May I request our principal, Professor Kalpana Bhakuni, to felicitate our guest with the greens, following the very tradition of our college. Thank you, ma'am. We now move on to one of the significant moments of College Day, the presentation of annual report of college. KNC has been advancing each year under the dynamic and able leadership of our principal, Professor Kalpana Bhakuni. She will share with us the journey of Kamala Nehru College in the last 1 year. Ma'am, please.
Namaskar. I welcome you all to the College Day of Kamala Nehru College once again in the physical space after 2019. I take this opportunity to convey my deepest and gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Honorable Chairman UGC, Professor Jagdish Kumar, our guest of honor, Professor Rajbir Singh, Vice Chancellor, MDU, Mr. Jaideep Ahuja, Chairperson, Governing Body, Mr. Anwar Shahid, Treasurer, Governing Body, Mr. Dinesh Gupta, esteemed member, Governing Body, the members of the teaching faculty, non-teaching staff, superannuated staff, support staff, our dear students and parents for gracing this event with their kind presence. The year 2021 continued to remain difficult following the COVID-19 outbreak in 2020. The intense second wave of the pandemic took a heavy toll on humanity. We count our blessings that all the employees of Kamala Nehru College teaching and non-teaching staff remained safe. Kamala Nehru College displayed immense resilience by continuing to work under these most challenging circumstances while maintaining a strong support system for each other. In fact, KNC launched its COVID Help Desk Lifeline on 9th May 2021 for the Fraternity of South Campus, University of Delhi. It enabled us to make a meaningful contribution to the society. Today, as we gather here to consolidate this spirit of resilience and mark the occasion of College Day in its full honor, I take this opportunity to present a brief report of our achievements and accolades over the past year. We have dedicated all our academic and corporate activities to Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav since March 2021 to celebrate 75 weeks towards the commemoration of 75 years of independence. In our efforts towards making the college campus a barrier-free and accessible space, Kamala Nehru College with SS Tech Lab, IIT Delhi, has accomplished the initiative of internal navigation within college campus. Kamala Nehru College will be the first academic institution in India to have an inclusive and accessible indoor navigation system with digital accessibility with such a technology solution developed by IIT Delhi. It is a matter of pride to announce that 2021 has been a landmark year in which a total of 160 much-awaited promotions were awarded to the teaching faculty across academic levels 11, 12, 13A, and 14 from assistant professor to professor. Further, I am also very happy to announce that under NIRF, that is National Institutional Ranking Framework, our college has climbed many notches up with an All India college level ranking of 33 in the year 2021 as compared to 43 in 2020. Under the UGC Paramarsh NAC mentorship scheme, Kamala Nehru College as the mentor institution is committed to its 4 mentee colleges from Delhi University and Jaipur for their NAC accreditation by 2022. In the year 2021, our faculty member, Dr. Sonia from Commerce Department has been commissioned in the rank of Lieutenant by DGNCC. Lieutenant Sonia successfully completed her training at NCC Officers Training Academy, Gwalior. Another major highlight of the past year has been the ongoing academic project taken up by Dr. Geetesh Nirman from Philosophy Department on yoga consciousness in Mahabharat and Bhagavad Gita, the ethical value for societal or political well-being. with Dr. Nirban serving as the co-principal investigator along with Professor Balaganapati as the principal investigator under the aegis of SPARK project, Government of India, with IIT Kharagpur as the coordinating partner. The webinar series began in June 2020 and has held 41 sessions with international scholars until December 2021. Two UGC-approved certificate courses under National Skills Qualifications Framework, that is NSQF, namely Certificate Course for Geographic Information System Mapping and Data Analysis, and Certificate Course in Tourism and Travel Automation have been completed successfully in 2021 with encouraging results. Another initiative is the University of Delhi's Vidya Vistar scheme. Our college has signed an MOU of collaboration with Jawaharlal Nehru Rajakiya Mahavidyalaya, Port Blair, Andamans of Pondicherry University and Delhi University for sharing of teaching learning resources. Under the aegis of Vidya Vistar, academic and cultural activities are undertaken for the benefit of both the partners. Amongst our many student-centric initiatives, I would like to mention the Research, Innovation and Sustainable Education Cell, RISE. The objective is to inculcate a culture of research amongst the undergraduates. The first term for RISE was completed midway in 2021, wherein 40 UG researchers worked under the guidance of 22 mentors. The final compilation of the outcome of the first phase is going to be released today. Yet another initiative, the Civil Services Forum, was established to provide a platform for the civil services aspirants of Kamala Nehru College. Through its Chat with the Bureaucrat series, students directly benefited from the first-hand experience and guidance of the rank holders. The founding member of the forum, a journalism honors student, Ms. Simran Bharadwaj, cleared the UPSC exam this year in her very first attempt, securing IPS position. This speaks volumes about the success of Civil Services Forum at Kamala Nehru College. In terms of our international presence, Kirti Gupta participated in World Cup Shotgun Championship held at Cairo, Egypt in March 21 and secured trap team women's silver medal. Mehak Preet Kaur and Shivpreet Kaur are also international achievers in gymnastics and sport climbing, respectively. The college has an efficient internal quality assurance cell as per the NAC mandate. The IQAC has been consistently working for the realization of its vision with respect to the second cycle of accreditation by the National Assessment and Accreditation Council. The IQAC uploaded the AQAR, that is Annual Quality Assurance Report of 2019 and 20, and the IIQA, the Institutional Information for Quality Assessment, in August and November 2021, respectively. We have successfully submitted our self-study report, SSR, for the period 2017 to 2021, and now looking forward to the peer team visit. The IQAC conducted a number of activities to promote capacity building among its stakeholders. It organized a two-day national seminar on New Education Policy 2020 in collaboration with Shiksha Sanskriti Utthan Nyas on 10th and 11th December 2021. The IQAC successfully organized a 7-day FDP on skill enhancement and capacity building for teaching and non-teaching staff in association with Teaching Learning Center, Ramanujan College under PMM-NMTT, scheme of Ministry of Education in 2021. The IQAC, in collaboration with Ministry of Jal Shakti, also organized a multidisciplinary conference on investing in our water future, opportunities and challenges in March 21. The IQAC and the Examination Committee jointly organized a capacity building program on OBE simplification and solution with Dr. Ruchika Ramakrishnan in July 21 to train our staff to work on Samarth portal. In the month of June 21, Kamala Nehru College hosted an online workshop on gain from rain from the students emphasizing water sustainability. A one-day session on intellectual property awareness under the aegis of the Ministry of Commerce on National Intellectual Property Mission was held in December 21. The seminars, workshops, panel discussions, academic lectures are a routine feature of KNC's ecosystem. The 17th Dr. K.K. Gorovara annual public lecture was held online on April 15, 2021. The speaker, Dr. V.S. Priya, the first transgender doctor from Kerala, spoke on the topic, Declassifying My Life, Journey from Jinu to Priya. The annual plural eco-lecture organized by the Economics Department was delivered on the topic, Recent Developments in Afghanistan. The Economics Department deliberated on the theme, Post-COVID Economic Growth Challenges through various sessions. It organized an e-Baithak in partnership with the Center for Civil Society on the topic, Climate Change Policies, Global versus Local. The annual Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan Memorial Lecture, organized by the Philosophy Department, was delivered by Professor Sundar Sarukkai on 6 September 21. The Commerce Department organized a two-day FDP on enhancing research skills. A two-day workshop for students was organized by Geography Department on digital image processing in September. A workshop on classification and conservation of library and archive material was organized for the students of history in the month of November with National Archives of India. The Physical Education Department also organized a 34 hours foundation course in yoga in 2021. The English Literary Society organized its annual event, Lit Luminous 21, on the theme Violence and Literature. Others lectures organized were across Hindi, Urdu, English, genres of prison literature in North India, and memes as visual popular culture and everyday politics. हिंदी विभाग के साहित्य परिषद द्वारा कई गतिविधियों का सफलतापूर्वक आयोजन किया गया, जिनमें सिनेमा में सत्यजीत राय का योगदान, रामचंद्र शुक्ल की आलोचना दृष्टि तथा जेंडर समानता कितनी ज़मीनी कितनी आभासी जैसे व्याख्यान विशेष रहे। हिंदी विभाग ने हिंदी दिवस के उपलक्ष्य में कवि सम्मेलन का सफल आयोजन भी किया। The Department of History organized a lecture on Sufi saints' shrines in East Punjab in March. As part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the department conducted series of guest lectures on the following topics: Gandhi, freedom struggle and partition; Gandhi and Bose, the paradigm of diasporic nationalism; the language question and the struggle for independence; situating Pandit Bhimsen Joshi and his Gayaki in 20th century India. On the occasion of Journo Junction, the annual Department Day of Journalism, lecture on media in the time of COVID-19 was held with the final interactive session on commercializing COVID. The department also organized multiple lectures and workshops on topics like new media production, media technology and history, Adobe Photoshop, and print production. The mathematics department organized lectures on biomathematics and career opportunities for women in STEM. The Department of Physical Education celebrated International Day of Yoga and conducted a live session on yoga for total fitness and a lecture on sports psychology for performance enhancement. In August 2021, the Political Science Department commenced an international lecture series on the theme Global Dialogues on Gender and Politics. It organized a series of online lectures on women and violence in contemporary India, understanding Iqbal's philosophy, and a lecture on V.D. Savarkar, among others. The Psychology Department organized a webinar on the topic Assessment, Programming, and Rehabilitation for Children with Special Needs in an Inclusive Setting. An online discussion, Everyday Conversations on Mental Health, was held on the occasion of Mental Health Awareness Day in October. The sociology department organized an online session on the topic masculinity in Indian media, and another on media through the lens of sociology. The Department of Sociology held a series of events in collaboration with Sophia Girls College, Ajmer, under faculty exchange program. Besides classroom teaching and learning, the college has always taken initiatives towards a broader engagement of students in the fieldwork. The Department of History made such field trips to Mehrauli Archaeological Park, the National Museum, and Humayun's Tomb. In the domain of co-curricular activities, NCC and NSS enable wider social outreach as an integral part of education. The NSS of the college has consistently undertaken various social outreach programs. The NSS volunteers of the college work towards COVID-19 relief work and donation drives. The NCC wing of Kamala Nehru College contributes to nation building and orients itself towards the Indian Defense Forces. NCC KNC, the only all-girls band in the university, is the pride of our college. Our cadets have been part of the contingent marching on Rajpath on the occasion of Republic Day. Kamala Nehru College has a vibrant cultural life with numerous accolades and victories in various co-curricular and extracurricular activities and contests. Since the college believes in holistic development of students' personality, there are cultural and performing societies devoted to encourage and also showcase their talents. The following are only some of the achievements and initiatives of the college clubs and societies. Nurture, the incubation cell, conducted a 4-day workshop on entrepreneurship as a career. It also organized the business conclave in April on the theme business and technology. Asar, the entrepreneurship cell, launched their second project, Dilab, which works with the Potter community families that have migrated to the Banjara market in Gurugram. The English Debating Society, Crossfire, had a very successful year with many of its members winning prizes at various national and international levels. Surabhi Menon participated at the Asian British Parliamentary Tournament with the cross team and broke 35th on tabs, which marked the first ever international break of Crossfire of Kamala Nehru College. Surabhi later broke 6th on tabs at the pre-Asian tournaments and bagged the second best speaker prize. गांधी स्टडी सर्कल द्वारा गांधी वंदन का आयोजन किया गया। गांधी वंदन का विषय बदलते दौर में गांधी जी की याद रखा गया। गांधी जयंती के अवसर पर अत्यंत उल्लास से गांधी उत्सव भी मनाया गया। The Equal Opportunity Cell signed an MOU with Saksham Trust, under which our volunteers assisted the organization in creating accessible reading material for the print disabled. 28 volunteers participated in the project, and each student edited 1,200 pages. Expressions, the English Creative Writing Society, organized a virtual workshop on microfiction. Nupur, the Indian Dance Society, organized an Odissi dance workshop, Nritya Darpan, by renowned guru Madhumita Raut. Vishnupriya, P. N. Soumya Lakshmi, Nayanika Gangwani, student members of the society won prizes on various occasions at IIT Bombay and other DU colleges. The College Film Society Wide Angle organized a workshop on film editing and script writing with Aditya Kriplani. Abhivyakti, वाद विवाद समिति की ओर से सदस्यों ने अनेक महाविद्यालयों में आयोजित वाद विवाद और आशुभाषण प्रतियोगिताओं में भाग लिया और पुरस्कार जीते। साक्षी द्विवेदी, तुषिता श्रीवास्तव, महिमा और राधिका को कई पुरस्कार मिले। In the year 2021, the Green Bean Society organized activities on the theme of waste management and reduction of single-use plastics during the year. The society organized a number of activities around the theme of ecosystem restoration, as United Nations has also declared the decade 2021 to 2030 as the decade of ecosystem restoration. The team of Lakshya, the Theatre Society, participated in the scene writing competition in DU colleges. The team won the competition with our short film entry titled Genderly Speaking. The team won the first position in songwriting competition at PGDAV, at slam writing in St. Stephen's, and in a hat trick, the first position in 72 hours ad making competition organized by SRCC. We are equally enthusiastic about accomplishments in sports. The NSO organized virtual aerobic classes and workshop. It is worthwhile to announce the names of some of our achievers in this field. Sejal Negi of BA Honours Geography secured 2 gold medals in 800 meters at Delhi State Annual Athletics Championship. Nikita Chaudhary of BA program won a bronze medal at Delhi State Annual Athletics Championship in 800 meters and 1500 meters. Harpreet Kaur of BCom Honours secured a silver medal in clubs at 60th Delhi State Gymnastic Championship. Kirti Gupta of BA program won a silver medal in trap senior women individual at the Delhi State Open Shooting Competition. She also secured a bronze medal in trap senior women team, gold medal in trap junior women team at the 64th National Shooting Championship. सृजन समिति द्वारा आज़ादी का अमृत महोत्सव के अवसर पर आत्मनिर्भर भारत विषय पर पटकथा लेखन प्रतियोगिता का आयोजन राष्ट्रीय स्तर पर किया गया। सृजन समिति द्वारा 2 दिवसीय गद्य विधा रचनात्मक लेखन कार्यशाला का भी सफल आयोजन संपन्न हुआ। The placement cell of the college has been working towards connecting students with the prospective career opportunities with excellent career guidance sessions, internships and placement drives. A significant increase in the number of recruiters is evident of the fact that the industry believes in the capability and excellence of the students of our institution. The session of 2021 brought more than 60 recruiters from many renowned companies like ICICI Bank, Nestle, Willis Towers Watson, Byju's, KPMG, Wipro, Ernst & Young, etc. The highest recruitment package awarded was by Prep Online at 10 lakhs per annum. The academic year 2021 received more than 80 paid and unpaid internship opportunities in diverse sectors. The cell offered opportunities in companies like 1MG, Paytm, Economic Times, Vista Rooms, Decathlon, Hindustan Times, Lenskart, among other companies. Besides this, the placement cell organized the second edition of the annual internship fair, Phoenix 21, which was conducted virtually with participation from over 35 companies. Further, the placement cell organized career guidance sessions. Our core institutional vision of providing a value-based education rooted in ethics and moral values, Shining Network endeavors to inculcate a value system based on compassion, ethics, and Indian values. It has successfully conducted sessions on topics like mindfulness, happiness, nature of good life, leadership and moral courage, life coaching, among others, and deliberated upon philosophical ideas oriented towards positive self and social transformation. The Shining Network Sophia chapter, the international collaboration under Sophia, that is Society of Philosophers in America, continues to promote dialogue on public philosophy. During the COVID-19 pandemic, the online well-being campaigns like Pamper the Pause were initiated. The social media platforms were reinvented to promote a sense of collective management. It is a matter of pride for the institution to acknowledge the higher academic pursuits and accomplishments of its faculty member. Dr. Carmel Christie was awarded the International Fellowships of the Urban Studies Foundation, Glasgow, from March 21 to September 21. As part of this, Dr. Christie worked on her second monograph at the International Institute for Asian Studies in Leiden, the Netherlands. Further, she was also awarded a knowledge mobilization to study urban spaces by the Urban Studies Foundation, Glasgow. Dr. Sarita Sharma, Associate Professor in the Department of Sanskrit, Kamala Nehru College, has been awarded Innovative Professor Award for the promotion of Sanskrit on the eve of International Women's Day 2021. Ms. Anubha Yadav's books titled The Anger of Saintly Men, Scripting Bollywood were published by Patra Bharati and Women Unlimited. Dr. Meenakshi Sethi's book titled Bhakti, The Philosophy of Sri Chaitanya was published by Atlantic Publishers. Mr. uh, Ramesh Aroli was awarded the PhD degree from the Center for Media Studies, Jawaharlal Nehru University. A large number of the faculty members have attended as well as presented papers at international and national forums, the details of which are included in the relevant sections of the annual report. Many others have contributed chapters to books, published articles in peer-reviewed international, national, and e-journals of repute. Various members have been invited as speakers at international conference, workshop, as resource persons, guest editors of journals, as well as chaired sessions. The members of the faculty are also actively involved in syllabi conceptualization and revision, spearheading committees across levels in the University of Delhi. This is also an opportune moment to mention our distinguished alumna of batch 2019, Ms. Muskan Kohli, who received the International Lady Diana Award in 2021 for her work towards the empowerment of women in slums in Punjab, Haryana, and Delhi. Also worth mentioning is the completion of two major projects in the college, namely water harvesting and solid waste management, taking Kamala Nehru College in the direction of a sustainable campus. Once again, our continued commitment to the cause of environmental conservation and sustainability is affirmed. Time constraint prevents me from mentioning the numerous other achievements of the college. They, however, find a place in the detailed college report. On this congratulatory note, I would like to conclude once again extending my gratitude to all the dignitaries present here and all those associated with Kamala Nehru College who have supported and continued to the vision for the college. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Bakuni, for sharing the achievements of the college of the last 1 year. Well, it's a moment of pride for all of us to have amongst us as chief guest, Honorable Chairman UGC, Professor M. Jagadesh Kumar. He's a professor of electrical engineering at IIT Delhi. He had been the Vice Chancellor of Jawaharlal Nehru University until February 2022. Besides his rich academic accomplishments, Professor Kumar is also the chairman of the governing body of National Council of Science, Museums, Ministry of Culture, Government of India. He's the President, General Counsel of NAC. Sir, we feel privileged to have you with us today at Kamala Nehru College. All of us await to hear from you. I invite and request Professor Kumar to deliver the address.
Professor Kalpana Bakuni, Shri Jaideep Ahuja, Professor Rajbir Singh, my dear students and staff of Kamala Nehru College. You know, since 1995, I have been living in Delhi as a faculty member. I have been teaching and doing research at IIT Delhi. I have passed through this road number of times, but I never imagined that one day I would come and meet all of you in this college. It's my privilege and honor to be amongst you today when you are celebrating your college day. Are there some student volunteers here? May I request you to please switch on the lights if possible? I would like to see the faces of our students, our faculty members here. While they try to switch on the lights, when I interact with the students, I find many things which are aspirational. I would like to put a couple of questions to you. Students, I have observed that they want to be lifelong learners. They want to be effective learners. They want to be critical thinkers. They are not okay with status quo. They want to change the systems by questioning the authority. When I say authority, any established fact, a textbook, a teacher could be an authority. When they tell you something, you want to question it. You want to understand for yourself whether that is true. And only then you agree to it. That is what is being a critical thinker. Do you agree with me? Don't you do that? Yes? A bit loudly. I have also found that today's students are not afraid of failures. They would like to use each failure as a stepping stone to success. They want to be empathetic. Today there are so many problems: climate change, COVID kind of pandemics, water crisis, security of our cyber physical systems, education. These are all challenges that we are facing. But today's students, they would like to be problem solvers. They would like to be solution providers. Don't you think? Today's students also would like to be team builders. They want to be leaders. More than everything, they want to be good human beings, helping each other, sharing with each other, so that we can build human societies which are happy. But however, if you look at the environment in which the students spend their time, the educational institutions, for too long have been too rigid. The programs that we were offering in our educational institutions, the kind of training that we were providing to you in the classrooms and outside the classrooms, they were so rigid, there was hardly any freedom for you to design your own education, to decide your own future. Everything was designed beforehand, and you are supposed to navigate through that. But today, times have changed. Thanks to the national education policy that we have adopted, the national education policy looks at the aspirations of our young students. The NEP would like our educational institutions to be relevant in the lives of our students. Students have different cognitive abilities. They have different financial abilities. They have different needs and aspirations. How can we make our higher educational system flexible enough so that it can meet the diverse aspirations of our young students? When we talk about multidisciplinary education in our NEP, 100 years ago, If they were to imagine what kind of jobs would be today, it would have been impossible for them. But today, because technology is changing so fast, it would be very difficult to imagine what kind of jobs would be there in next 10 years. So if you train our students in particular domains, in particular disciplines, you are not training them to be future ready. And that is the reason why national education policy emphasizes on multidisciplinary education. Why can't a student who studies economics become a data analyst? Why can't a student who pursues computer engineering pursue theater, for example, or computational linguistics, for example? Why can't we provide the opportunities for the students to study across the disciplines? I will give you one simple anecdote which really happened. Some time ago, the NASA scientists were faced with a big challenge. How to send the solar panels, how to put them in the satellite and send it to the space. Solar panels had to be expanded in order to receive the sunlight. But then they need to be folded to be placed inside this little satellite. They didn't know, they are great engineers. So they called an expert of origami. Origami, you know, is the art of folding paper into different shapes. And this origami expert and the NASA engineers, they sat together and they found a way to effectively fold these solar panels so that they can be sent to the space. And that is the beauty of working across the disciplines. And we also want our students to be good learners. We want them to be creative and innovative. So, if you want to ultimately find solutions to the problems our societies are facing, first of all, you need to be a good learner. Take a 2-year child. Put this child in a small room filled with different kinds of toys and observe the child from the window. What will the child do? The child will go first and touch the toys. The child will look at the shapes and colors of the toys. The child is taking the information from the surroundings and observing. And that is the first step to be a good learner. But if you learn something, if you don't keep that in your memory, then it's of no use. Take a book, let's say you have read the first paragraph, and you go to the second paragraph, but you have forgotten what you read in the first paragraph. Then it's going to be a big mess. So that is why memory is extremely important if you want to be a good learner. And then the other important step is you need to critically think about what you have studied, what you have put in your memory. And the whole process has to be repeated. That is what the modern cognitive science says. If you want to be a good learner, you have to study, put it in your memory, critically think about that, and repeat the whole process. That is the first step to be a learner, a good learner. But if you are a good learner, you also want to move to the next step. You want to be a creative person. So what is creativity? Creativity is all about generating new ideas in your mind. But then that is not good enough. Just generating ideas is of no use. You need to become innovative. And in order to be creative and innovative, scientists had great difficulty to understand how can a person be creative and innovative, what goes on in order to become a creative person and innovative person. So a psychologist wanted to find out about this. He set up 4 cameras in leading molecular biology labs across the world, And he observed the scientists for years, 2-3 years, through these video cameras. And you would be surprised to know the outcome of this research. This scientist found that, by the way, when you think about a biology lab, what comes in your mind? In your mind, you imagine the scientists with white gowns, with protective goggles, looking through the microscope for hours and working. And suddenly one day, eureka, I found something. This is how we think. But this scientist found that it rarely happened. Most of the time, ideas were generated when the scientists were talking to each other in a corridor, or they sat across a table sipping a cup of tea, and ideas were flowing one project to the other project, and that's when new ideas came. For example, the cameras that you use today, it has a charge coupled device. And the person who invented the charge coupled device got a Nobel Prize. And the idea originated during an informal discussion. And that's the reason why in our educational institutes too, we must encourage our students to meet outside the classroom. Inside the classroom also have discussions, dialogues, exchange ideas. And that is the way you can become creative and innovative. You know, long ago, in late 1800s, the problem of children dying within 4 weeks of their birth, it was a very serious problem. And a doctor who was specializing in small kids' health, he was perturbed. It was in Paris. He walked out of the Paris hospital because he was very tired, he wanted to take a break, and he went to a zoo. And inside the zoo, while walking there, he found a small box where small chickens were playing around, and he saw a fan there and a warm air flowing inside this box. And suddenly he got an idea. Why not I do the same thing to the kids who are dying? And he created a similar box and put it in his hospital, and he found that the death rate of the kids came down significantly. And that's how new ideas come. And that's the reason why our new education policy emphasizes on multidisciplinarity. You know, out of 4 crore students that are there in our higher educational institutions, only 12% of the students pursue engineering. Nearly 70% of our students, they do 3-year BA, BSc and BCom. And what are the opportunities for them after they complete their BA, BSc and BCom? Can we provide opportunities for them to skill themselves, to gain additional knowledge, so that they are future ready? And that's the reason why you might have observed in the recent past, as part of the implementation of the national education policy, we said students can pursue 2 degrees simultaneously. If there is a degree program during the daytime, if there is a degree program in the evening in the same college, you can pursue both the programs. Or you can do a physical degree during daytime and you do an online degree at your leisure time. These are the kind of opportunities that we need to provide to our students. And you will also be glad to know that we are working on establishing a digital university. And this digital university will have so much of flexibility for you. You can actually design your own certificate program, diploma program, and degree program. This digital university will also provide you opportunities for internship, so that you have the experiential learning. This digital university will also have the employers on the same portal, so that the students who are passing out of this digital university can interact with the employers and a matchmaking takes place, so that your career growth also is taken care of. There are many, many other reforms that are being implemented to enable you to become lifelong learners, creative and innovative people. I would like to share a couple of thoughts with you before I conclude. One of the things that I would like to emphasize is that don't ever underestimate your potential. You have immense potential. Every person may have a different potential, but you have immense potential. Try to recognize what is the potential that you have. Don't try to imitate somebody else. One day one young faculty, he came and he said, "Sir, there is such a teacher, he is a great teacher. I want to be like him." I said, "Don't try to be like him. Try to be yourself. Try to make use of your own inner potential and try to become an excellent person. Don't imitate anybody." You know, in order to do that, you also need to know about yourself. Knowing about yourself is the first step if you want to become a successful person in your life. One day, Sri Rama, suddenly a question popped up in his mind. He could not find the answer. So he walked to the hut where Vasishtha was living, his guru. It was evening. He went and knocked on the door. Vasishtha he was preparing his bed, he was about to go to sleep. He was a bit irritated and he said, "Who are you?" Sri Rama said, "Guruji, I have come to find out the answer to this question. I want to know, who am I?" That should be your first question. And remember, unless you take risks in your life, it is going to be very difficult to be a successful person. When you want to take risks, the first thought that comes in your mind is about failures. I often, in IIT we have large number of students in the class, 200, 300, and we give lectures from a podium like this. So sometimes I call a student to the stage, draw two lines 2 meters apart and ask the student to jump from here to there. Young people, very easily he will jump. And then I ask, now I take you to two buildings which are 10-story height but separated by exactly 2 meters. Now I ask you to jump. What thoughts will come to your mind? Many negative thoughts. You will not dare to jump. This is what happens any time that we want to do in our life. Whenever you want to take a risky step. But you need to keep aside these negative thoughts, believe in your own inner potential and keep doing that you want to do in your life. Failures are going to follow you, but you should not be afraid of failures. Learn from every failure that comes in your way. We talk about so many startup companies. Nearly 95% of the startup companies, they fail at some time or the other. But then the founders of those startup companies are not going to stop. They will continue to learn from the failures and move forward in their life. My dear friends, there are many, many opportunities for you. As part of the reforms that we are implementing, the reforms that are envisaged by the National Education Policy, there are many, many opportunities for you. Make use of them. Opportunities like wind, it comes and goes. Unless you grab the opportunities, you will not have those opportunities again. Grab them, use the opportunities, and grow in your life. However, please remember, when you grow in your life, remember that you are not an individual growing on your own. There are several other things which are helping you to grow, starting from your parents, your family members, your friends, your teachers, the entire society. It is supporting in some way or the other. Therefore, think of giving back something to the people around you, to the society around you, so that we nurture each other. We should not turn out to be curiosity-driven, pleasure-seeking human animals. We should turn out to be good human beings driven by a set of values and ethics. Neutral values such as love, affection, sharing with each other, That is what should drive us. And that is the only way to build healthy, happier human societies. And you are going to be the driving forces for that. And I'm so happy to be part of your celebrations of this great college. And I was listening to the principal who was mentioning about various accomplishments by the students, by the staff members at the national level. I would like to see your college to become a well-known college at the global level. Never ever underestimate yourself. Before I conclude, I would like to tell you a very, very small story. One day, a cat was very hungry. It came out of the house. It wanted to catch a mouse. It looked at the left side and it saw a mouse there, small mouse. And the mouse also, it appeared, it looked at the cat and it was frozen in fear. It was about to jump to catch the mouse. But suddenly it heard sound from the right side and it saw a bigger mouse there. It was not at all afraid of this cat. It was nibbling at something, but it's slightly far away. In a split of a second, the cat has to make a decision which mouse to catch. It made up its decision, and it jumped on the small mouse and caught hold of it. There was a surprise. The cat was surprised to find that there was no flesh, there was no blood, it was simply a toy. And it wanted to catch the other mouse and it ran away. This is what happens if we set low-hanging fruits as our goal, easier things as our goals. This is what will happen. Set higher goals. If you want to be successful in your life, set higher goals. Not be afraid of failures and move forward. I want to wish you all the best in your future. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for sharing the value of multi and interdisciplinarity in education while emphasizing on the significance of critical thinking, empathy, creativity, innovation, and human values. Our gratitude to you, sir, for your encouraging and elucified words while giving us, our own college, the vision to become a global college. Thank you for being with us. Carrying forward the program, I would like to say that an institution is always built with the dedicated service of the staff. We now move on to the honoring of few of our staff members who have completed 35, 30, and 25 years of service to the college. We request our honorable chief guest to felicitate these staff members. May I call upon the stage Dr. Manju Pandit. She's an associate professor in the Department of Philosophy. She has spent 35 years teaching and mentoring students in Kamala Nehru College. Let's give her a big round of applause. Dr. Jyoti Dhawan. She is the Associate Professor in the Department of Commerce. She also has completed 35 years of service in this institute. Professor Sheetal Kapoor of the Department of Commerce. She has completed 25 years of teaching in Kamala Nehru College. May I call upon Professor Sheetal Kapoor? Professor Soma Sengupta of the same department, the Department of Commerce, has also completed 25 years of service. Professor Soma Sengupta, please come on the stage. From amongst the non-teaching staff members, Mr. Jawaharlal completes 30 years of being with us in Kamala Nehru College. I think Mr. Jawahar is not here. Mr. Jagilal has also completed 30 years of his service. Mr. Rajinder Prasad, he completes 25 years too. I think he's not here too. Each year we have trophies as a special prize for select students, and for today, KNC's All-Rounder Students Prize goes to Miss Samakshi Garg from BCom Honors. Samakshi, give a good round, a loud round of applause for Samakshi. KNC's Most Talented Student Prize goes to Miss Mahima, who is also the student of BA Honors Hindi. Mahima, please come up on the stage. And this is Mahima from Hindi Honors for the Most Talented Students Prize. Let's give a big round of applause for all of them, the faculty members as well as the students. In the very presence of our honorable chief guest, we would like to release the publications which have been made by the faculty and the students of Kamala Nehru College. Starting with, we would like to release the annual report. Please bring the publications. We have in the list of the publications the annual report, the magazine Apurva, the academic journal Academos, both in English and Hindi, and for the first time, the Research, Innovation and Sustainable Education Cell, RICE, of Kamala Nehru College has an undergraduate research cell. It's a pioneer effort by Kamala Nehru College, and it has come up with a book titled Interdisciplinary Research Initiatives, Analysis, Innovations, and Reflections. We now have the departmental publications. This is being done by the students, starting with Commerce Newsletter, Vanijyavani, Economics Newsletter, Ecocentric, English Department's Newsletter, White Noise, Geography Newsletter, Aurora, Hindi Newsletter, Ayam, History Department's Newsletter, Chronicle, Journalism's Magazine, Communique, Mathematics Newsletter, Axiom 22, Philosophy Department's Newsletter, Reflection, Political Science Newsletter, Interface, Sociology's Magazine, Habitats 22, BA Programs Newsletter, The Quest. We have the society magazines as Awakened by Consumer Club and Green Talk by Green Beans. So here are all the students' publications. And this makes the complete list of publications from Kamala Nehru College. Herein, on behalf of all present, we express our immense gratitude to our honorable chief guest for sparing his precious time to be with us in KNC. We will wait for our guest of honor to return back on the dais. Till then, please bear with us. we once again welcome the guest of honor, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Dayanand University, Professor Rajbir Singh, whose vision and leadership has taken MDU to greater heights. Sir has been associated with Consortium for Educational Communication, UGC. He has also been the director and professor at the Institute of Mass Communication and Media Technology at Kurukshetra University. Sir has extensive research publications to his credit and has graced distinguished academic positions from time to time. We are very honored to have you amongst us today, and I request you to deliver the address. We're all waiting to hear from you.
Thank you, and a very good morning to all of you. Professor Kalpana Bhakuni, the principal of the college, Mr. Jaideep Ahuja, and Mr. Anwar Sahid, the governing body office bearers, invited guests, faculty members, and my dear young students. I had a small eye surgery 2 weeks back, and I was avoiding traveling outstation, but being father of a daughter who is the bona fide students of this very great college, I could not afford to say no to the principal for her invitation to join this event, the college day. I still remember as a school child when my teacher used to call my parents, my father, who was a very disciplinarian and strict school headmaster. Despite his busy schedule, he oftenly, whenever school teacher called him for my small mistake or big one, he was always there. So we have a lot many things to learn from our elders. My congratulations to all of you for the college day. And let me thank, it was on the lighter side, let me thank Principal Dr. Kalpana for giving me an opportunity, and I am thanking her for multiple reasons. Primarily, two reasons. One, it is always a treat to visit an education institution. You get chance to interact with lot many smart people who are involved in managing the affairs, complex affairs of education institutions, and that too in a higher education institution. So my sincere thanks on that count to the principal. And another being, she provided me an opportunity to share dais with the recently appointed UGC chairman, Professor M. Jagdish Kumar, a man who is trying to implement the NAP 2020 with supersonic speed, I would say. The everyday universities and colleges, they are getting lot many instructions, directions regarding implementation of NAP 2020. Is trying to chart a distinct path for our education system, and he shared some of his thought about the various provisions and its implementation. Friends, the Government of India, knowing fully well the criticality or the importance of the education, it is through education we can empower our youth. It is through education we can create wealth. After all, what is the purpose of education? To get knowledge, and by that knowledge, or by the application of that knowledge, creating wealth for self and for the society, so that living standard of for the self and for the family, for the society, it can be raised. So how we can go for that? Professor Kumar mentioned about creating a digital university. Since I had a fair idea about, or I had a experiential learning about creating digital content when I had a stint from 2012 to 17 with the UGC as Director Consortium for Educational Communication. The mandate you all know well, the mandate for CEC UGC was to create digital content in higher education and providing the same on different digital platform. I was lucky enough that I got chance to work with UGC and for the CEC as director, and during my tenure as director, I would like to humbly submit that the UGC was able to create digital content on all undergraduate subjects. The entire undergraduate education of the country was digitized between the period 2012 to 2017. We are the only country throughout the world, and it's a matter of pride for all of us. We are the only country throughout the world where curriculum based, the UGC model curriculum was followed in creating digital content. Initially, the target was to create content for 82 subjects, undergraduate subjects. Later, the list was increased to 97, and there is hardly any subject which is not there in that list of 97 subjects. And the entire content is available on UGC e-Pathshala portal, as well as CEC, as well as the National Digital Library hosted by the IIT Kharagpur. And the entire content came very handy during the difficult time of Corona, where there was no physical classes, there were no physical spaces available to our students to interact with the faculty. When this entire content was created, there was a big question that how to take this entire content to the masses, to the students, to the faculty. Unfortunately, I would say unfortunately, the COVID happened. And this digital content came very handy for the faculty, for the students. It was a 4-quadrant content where the half an hour video on a particular topic, and the second one is the transcript and the text related to the topic, and the third one the text references and web references, and the fourth one the many elements for self-assessment of the students. So it was a very comprehensive and self-learning material for our students. COVID is over. We have thought that now there is no need for this online learning or digital learning, but I would say that digital is the future, and we all know that students coming to us, they have different pace of learning. Some are fast-paced learner, some are medium-paced learner, and some are slow-paced learners. It's a fact. It's a other issue that Delhi colleges like Kamala Nehru College, one of the leading colleges of the DU, where student stuff is relatively, you get a better stuff. But the university where from I come, Maharishi the University Rohtak, the place is hardly 80-85 kilometers from this place, and we largely cater to the rural populations, and believe me, still 35% of the students, they come from the family of first generation learner. Those are the challenges. 35% of the students come from the family of first generation learners, the first generation who entered into the portal of higher education learning. So you can well imagine the pace or the level of learning, and it is digital learning, it is technology enabled learning, through which many issues of higher educations we have faced and we are facing and we would be facing, like access to higher education, equity and quality. We as a nation, we have the GER, gross enrollment ratio, where the percentage of the students passing out from school, +2 schools, joining higher education, the percentage is 25%, 27%. And in case of developed countries, this percentage is over and above 50 to 80% even. If we have to create a knowledge society, we have to take up this GER at least to the level of 50%. And if we have to take it to the level of 50%, then we have to double the number of the higher education institution. Right now we have about 1100 universities across the country and roughly 45,000 colleges. Double the number means 2,000 universities and 1 lakh colleges. Can we afford it? Already there is a discussion, there is a compromise of quality with the mushroom growth of education institutions, universities and colleges. We all discuss, because there is a shortage of resource persons, shortage of faculty, our institutions facing shortage of faculty, whether IIT, IIM or universities or colleges, then what is the way out? As Professor Kumar has pointed out, the way out is technology enabled learning. So we have to integrate technology enabled learning with the conventional learning. If not as a standalone learning, I do agree, it cannot be a substitute of classroom teaching. I do agree. But we can integrate, and there are multiple benefits. We can provide education in anywhere, anytime mode. And you experienced it. During pandemic period, you experienced it. Students sitting at home, student even joining some workplace, you can make them learn. So I would urge upon the teaching community, please, the opportunity you had, the experience you had, and I would say one more thing. Tomorrow's celebrities would be, it may sound strange for you, but believe me, tomorrow's celebrities would be the teachers. Why? I just want to explain it. Who is a celebrity? Who has large numbers of fan followers? Celebrity जिसके बहुत ज़्यादा चाहने वाले, बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद करने वाले, बहुत ज़्यादा देखने वाले, बहुत ज़्यादा सुनने वाले, बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद करने वाले, वही तो सेलिब्रिटीज़ होते हैं. These digital platform, different digital platform, the young people coming on YouTube channel, they are creating their own kind of YouTube channel. They are popular. The Khan Academy people, they are popular across all youth. They are celebrities. And if you create a MOOCs kind of a program, massive open online course, you can put it on some platform, the indigenous platform created by MHRD. Luckily, I got the opportunity to be the part of the team who created this SWIM platform or SWIM Prabha platform for digital learning. I know lot many teachers who created the courses on digital platform, and they offered those program courses through SWIM platform or any other platform. And within no time, they were popular. So your today's initiative is going to be put you as a tomorrow's leader. This is the strength of this digital platform for all of us as a teacher. And even for students, as I said, now it's a time for customized learning. And it is through digital learning, technologically enabled learning, we can address these kind of issues of the different pace of learning. If somebody is a slow learner, he can repeatedly go through the content. He can go through the content in a fast mode. He can set the pace at his comfort level. So this is the strength of what Professor Kumar mentioned about creating a digital university. And you are going to be the part of that kind of a revolution. So we need to take up this challenge. I know that you are not facing these kind of issues what we are facing at relatively uh, interland university or countryside universities, where absenteeism is a issue. And believe me, the students will not come to your class unless and until we don't give them whatever is available to them through different platform, through books, through reference material. He will come to your class when he is sure about this thing that he will get something. He will get better understanding of the concept, which content is not available with them. So the challenge is to make our teaching learning more interesting, more engaging, and more joyful. This is the underlying statement of Professor Kumar, that we have to make our education system so robust, so interesting, so engaging, so that instead of rote learning, we can create an environment where creativity can take place. And this will come from the student side. I would say that it is through the passion and compassion that you can achieve your targets. And Professor Kumar was right, your competition is not with others. Try to make competition with self. How? Set a goal, and set a goal for higher things. As Kumar mentioned, that not set your goal for low hanging fruits. Set goals for higher things and be focused. Be focused, have passion, and every day while sleeping must concentrate on yourself and find out whether I have moved a step ahead toward my goal. You may find some problem with yourself for 10-15 days that I am not moving ahead, and this troubled state of mind will push you further, and believe me that within 2-3 months you will find a change in yourself. If you will evaluate yourself, if you will compete with yourself, within 2-3 months you will find a change in yourself. Your friends will find change in you, your teacher will find change in you, your family member will find you a changed person, and you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. So this is passion. But with passion, must have compassion for others, must have a sense of appreciation for others' good work. That will make you human, and that is the quality of a educated man. So my message for students, young girls, you need not to strive for success, but strive for value that is required. So my sincere thanks to Dr. Kalpana, the principal of the college, the management, the faculty, and young students for giving me opportunity to be the part of the college day. And I invite the faculty members, including the students group, to our very university. The principal ma'am, she had been with us some other day, and believe me, it's a wonderful university, wonderful landscape, very beautiful university, and I can well claim it can be a case study for faculty and even for students, that how a remotely placed university can do good, can do better in the area of technology enabled learning. We have created a setup, a digital learning center, and each department is having a digital learning coordinator. Most of the teachers, they now feel comfortable. Students, they are also looking into their background, they are comfortable in integrating the education technology enabled learning with the conventional learning. So that is the way forward, and that is the way we can bring quality, because any good resource person cannot be made physically available at different places. It is through technology we can make available Dr. Kalpana or the best of your teacher to remote area places, students. This is how we can move ahead. Let's join hands together for the betterment of our youth. Thank you, Principal, and thank you, the gathering.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words in appreciation of Kamala Nehru College, as well as inviting us at MDO. You rightfully pointed out how equity and equality are the basis of education, and beautifully brought about that teachers are true celebrities. Thank you. Thank you for encouraging all of us. We have on the dais our governing body's chairperson. We often get to see him, but herein we would like to share that he is the distinguished alumni of Delhi University. He's from SRCC. He pursued his higher studies at London School of Economics. He's the managing director and CEO of Ahuja Residency and president of UHI Hospitality. His grace, dignity, and dynamism always benefits our institute. That's Mr. Jaideep Ahuja. I invite him to share words of encouragement.
Thank you, and I guess good morning to everybody here. On behalf of the governing body of Kamala Nehru College, I would like to welcome our guest of honor, Professor Rajbir Singh, the principal, faculty, staff, and most importantly, the students of Kamala Nehru College to this function. Now, I know all the students and probably most of the faculty are waiting impatiently for the speeches to finish, so I promise to be brief. I'm also aware of the air conditioning situation. I was actually going to request the chairperson, UGC, to give us a grant to install new air conditioners, but he probably read my mind and therefore made an early exit. Besides, after the brilliant speeches by the distinguished professors, I'm not sure there is anything much left for me to say as well. I would like to start by complimenting the principal, Professor Bhakuni, the entire faculty and staff of Kamala Nehru College for all that you have achieved in the past year, as Principal Ma'am laid out in her annual report. I would especially like to highlight the initiatives to make KNC a sustainable campus and the focus that we are going to now have on skills and entrepreneurship going forward. I would also like to congratulate all the staff members who completed landmarks this year. To me, a lot of you looked as old as the number of years of service you had completed. So obviously teaching and being around young people has helped you stay young yourself. Also, my congratulations to the students who received the awards. Well done, and please continue in this manner. Now, to be honest, I was wondering what to speak to all of you about in the 5 minutes that I've been given. And then I remembered my favorite topic, the role of youth in politics, civil society, and governance. Okay, maybe it's not my absolute favorite topic, but that's what I'd like to talk to you for 5 minutes about today. I'd like to ask all of you a couple of questions, especially the students. Are you disappointed with the state of the nation today? Do you sometimes feel so frustrated by the system here that you think it's best that you just migrate and live in the West rather than brave the conditions here? Yeah? I'm sure all of us have felt this way at some point or the other in our lives. I've given this problem of what ails our nation a lot of thought. And while the answers are too vast, but I believe that at the crux of it, this is the problem, that the maximum impact on our society and our nation is by politicians, because they make and execute policies and laws that have an effect on all 1.3, 1.4 billion of us. And in India, the occupation of politics has been left to the most underqualified of society, because politics is a dirty word for the elites. I think this combination of having the most underqualified people making the most impactful decisions has led to the quality of nation building that we are currently witnessing. Let me give you some statistics. Young people between the ages of 15 and 25 constitute a fifth of the world's population. But do you know that a mere 2% of our MPs are under the age of 30? In fact, only 22% of our MPs are below the age of 45. Our former Prime Minister, Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, once famously said that a politician in India is born at the age of 50, becomes a teenager at the age of 60, and a youth icon at the age of 70. Let me come to the role of women. You know, the latest statistics I got were 1st September 2021, and there are 26 women serving as heads of state or heads of government in 24 countries around the world. Let me ask you a question. You know, at our current rate, can anyone guess that how many years will it take us to achieve gender equality in the highest positions of power? Any guesses? No. 130 years. That's not my estimates, that's the UN for Women estimate. Are you willing to wait that long? You know, in order to respond to the needs of young people, their active and meaningful participation in societies, communities, in democratic practices, processes, is of crucial importance. You know, earlier youth were used in warfare as brute force for demonstrations, strikes, other acts of disharmony used by vested interests. But I'd like to urge the youth today that please do not allow yourself to be used for acts of violence, rift, and hatred. Instead, work towards creating harmony, peace, work for betterment of society, work for non-violent revolutions, use technology to mobilize change. You don't have to get into politics. I am not here to convert all of you into politicians. The college will probably won't allow me inside its gates again if I was to suggest something like that. All I am saying is that get involved with issues. Think about them, read about them, speak about them, argue about them. That's why you have been given an education, and that too at the prestigious Kamala Nehru College, Delhi University. There are many, many ways you could get involved with the process of nation building through various societies, NGOs. Governments are offering fellowships. The Delhi government through, I think, the Delhi Dialogue and Development Commission, the central government through the Niti Aayog offers fellowships. You can get involved with the process of governance. You don't even need to go to the government. To give you a personal example, I was involved with an organization called Young Indians, which is a part of CII, the Confederation of Indian Industry, where we worked on several projects: organ donation, raising awareness about child sexual abuse, working for road safety, trying to build leadership skills among the youth, college students, school students. For me, all of these are nation building activities. In fact, I'd still be involved with Young Indians, but after seeing me, they decided that it is stretch to call me a Young Indian anymore, so they kicked me out. But on a serious note, to conclude, if you do not get involved, you are abdicating the responsibility of your future to somebody else. Please remember that nothing is achieved by sitting around and complaining about the state of affairs. Please be a part of the solution, because if you are not, you're probably a part of the problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ahuja, for pointing out how important it is to work towards peace and harmony in the society. Thank you. Now we would like to start with the real ceremony, for which all the students are eagerly waiting. And yes, that is the distribution of prizes. With immense pride, we announce that 6 students from Kamala Nehru College have been recognized for their meritorious work and awarded by Delhi government for the year 2021. I would like to name all of them, and let's give them a big round of applause. That is Megha Yadav from BA program 3rd year, Rishika Bassist from BA BCom program 3rd year, Ayushi from BCom honors 3rd year, Nitya Rana, BCom honors 3rd year, Arushi Kansal from BSc Mathematics 3rd year, Sandhya from BSc Mathematics 3rd year. They have been awarded by the government of Delhi. Let's give them a big round of applause. So we have a long list of prize winners, nearly 60, but because of the ongoing summertime, there are fewer students because most of the students have left for their hometown or out on holidays because exams are over. So herein I would be announcing the names of the toppers from the departments, as well as only those names of the students who are present here. So we straight away go to the Department of Commerce. So for the first round herein, I would like to invite Professor Rajbe, Honorable Vice Chancellor, to give away the prizes. From Commerce, we have Riya Chahal. Riya Chahal is from BCom program 1st year. Riya, you are very much in the auditorium. Then the next is Sonam Agarwal from BCom program 2nd year. From Economics, the toppers are Janvi Katuria from 2nd year, Nitya Kapoor from Economics Honors 3rd year. The rank holders of English are, there's only one student present today, Safina Haider. She's from 2nd year English Honors. Safina is from English Honors. Ria's not present, so we go ahead with Safina. From This is Safina Haider from English Honors 2nd year. Now you're coming, okay. So that is for Janvi Katuria. She's from Economics, Honors, second year. Now we go on to the Geography department. The prize winners are Garima Chaudhary from first year. Coming a little later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call out everyone's name, and those of you who are present, you please come on the stage. This is Economics. She's from Economics department, Nitya Kapoor. Now we move on to Geography department. The first one is Garima Chaudhary. She's from first year. Prachi Ashmi. Prachi Ashmi has secured the first position in the second year. Then we have Ashi Hunjan from Geography Honors, third year. She has secured the first position. Now we move on to the toppers from Hindi department. From Hindi, we have Manisha Jha. Manisha Jha is from first year. She secured the first position. Priya Shukla. She's from second year Hindi Honors. She secured the first position too. And Naina Khatun, she's from third year Hindi Honors. Let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for giving away the Thank you, sir, for giving away the awards. Now I invite Mr. Ahuja to give away some of the prizes to the students. From journalism, we have only one student present, and she is Aishwarya Verma from first year. She secured the first position. From Department of Mathematics, we have Princey Mittal. She is from first year Mathematics Honors. She secured the first position. This is Princey Mittal. Lavanya Tripathi. Lavanya Tripathi is from first year mathematics honors with the first position in the class. From philosophy, we have Khushi Saraswat. She secured the first position in the third year honors. From political science, the toppers are Harshita Adhikari from first year, Sadhana from first year, and Bhumika from third year. From psychology, this is Bhumika. This is Bhumika. Bhumika from political science. The toppers from the Department of Psychology, they are Angel Baba. She's from first year. And Sanjula Gupta. She's from psychology, third year. Thank you, Mr. Ahuja, for handing out the prizes. I now invite Mr. Shahid Anwar to give away the rest of the prizes. From Sanskrit department, we have Radha. Radha has secured the she's from the second semester, second year, and she has secured the first position. We have Chetna Pathak from the third year. Oh, thank you. Thank you. From sociology, we have Pratyusha Jagadish. She has secured the first position in the first year. Anushka Chaudhary from sociology, first position in first year. Let's give them a big round of applause, girls. Cheer them up. We have Chavi Prajapati. She's from first year, first position. And Sukanya Burman, she's from third year, first position. From the masters, we have one of the students who's come today. She's completed her MA in Hindi. She's Radha Tiwari. She got the first position in the final year. And with that, we come to an end of the prize distribution ceremony. Let's give all of them a big round of applause. We are almost nearing the end of the program now. I take this opportunity to thank our esteemed guests of the day who have really spared time in the scorching heat to join us and make this day a grand, a beautiful day. Thank you, sirs, for being with us today. I even thank all the students present here. You really need a big round of applause from all of us to be here. Our sincere thanks to the staff members who have been here all through, working day in and out to make this day a successful day. Thanks to all the people in the administrative supporting staff who have been there to really make this day a real day. And to not forget, we would like to really thank our principal who has been encouraging us through and through to ensure that we celebrate the college day definitely, and that is today. Well, it's a very, very hot day, so without taking much time, we would like to conclude our today's session. Let us all stand up for national anthem.
जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you all. We may now proceed for the lunch. The staff members go for the lunch and the students go for their refreshment. And I request and invite all our guests to join us in the community room. Thank you all. Namaskar.